got here this morning at 5:30 a.m. I was very excited. I was getting motivated. I was thinking about the great hosts, Neil Patrick Harris, Ellen DeGeneres, Justin Timberlake, and then I thought, would they be hosting at 8:30 in the morning? Probably not. Was there hair and makeup for me? No, obviously not. But still, it is an honor to be here. So, just like we've done in the past, we have 3 important rules to follow for this convocation. First, we're going to raffle off great prizes. We have 2 main prizes. They're all good. But one is brunch at the Biltmore. And the second is an evening out with Tina Wood, Pam Alexander, and Gwen Broussard. Oh, we also have a parking spot. Too. So we only do raffles whenever we're feeling it. So whenever you want to make some noise or you feel like winning something, then it's totally up to the crowd for us to do a raffle. So just keep that in mind. Also, if anything throughout the program, our second rule, if you see yourself, if you hear your department, we really want you to make some noise. We want this to be lively and interactive. So for example, I'm a teacher. When I'm not here, I'm a teacher, I'm a professor. So anyone in academic affairs, anyone can relate to that? Make some academic affairs, excellent. My background is in student services. That's where I got my degree in. Early on in my career, I was a public safety officer, so any administrative services, no, that's not true, I just couldn't think of it. I was gonna say I was a bouncer, that wouldn't work either. I have a new iPhone, so all those media services, technology services, we in the house? Yes, they're working the event. And speaking of iPhones, I am gonna FaceTime my mother later on, just so she can see me hosting. You know, she's elderly, so I didn't want to say I was the assistant to the campus president, so I just said campus president just to make it easier. So if you could just go with it, when we do FaceTime, if you can go with it, that would be greatly appreciated. And of course, if you see yourself in the video, in the crowd, then please make some noise. And then the final rule is, it's my job to keep this program flowing and functioning and positive. So please help me maintain enthusiasm. Everyone has a time limit. If I have to pull you off, please do not take it personally. It's my role. And even more importantly, it's now 8:30, and I'm on my 23rd hour. So we have 2 hours to really finish this program, and then I'll be at 25. So if I just leave in the middle of the program, you'll realize why I left the program. So are we ready, Miami-Dade College, Kendall campus? So then I'd like to introduce to you our campus president, Dr. Lourdes Orozco.
Some of my colleagues were not as lucky this time around, and I am thrilled to be with you and thrilled to be here this morning. I want to start by thanking Professor Marcolelli and Professor Tim Brent and the students from the Kendall Campus Jazz Ensemble for their beautiful performance. Yes, folks, those are all students. And what do you think about this morning's breakfast? Thank you, Kevin. I stole him from Wilson when nobody was watching. They're from Global Elegance, and they've been with the college for many years, but I think this is a first for Kendall, so we're really happy to have them. Today we come together to celebrate our collective accomplishments, to thank each one of you for your work and dedication, and to extend a very warm welcome to the new employees and staff who have joined us since this time last year. This has been a very busy week for many of you, with registration, orientations, and not one but 2 convocations. We're going to work on that for next year. But today, it's all about you. And to kick off this morning's program, we have 4 very important campus leaders who collaborate with me on a day-to-day basis on matters that affect you. and I have invited them to join me in welcoming you to the new academic year. First, I'd like to welcome Professor Jennifer Basile. Jennifer is an Associate Professor Senior in the Arts and Philosophy Department and Vice President of the United Faculty of Miami-Dade College.
Aren't we supposed to get excited when we hear things that are important? Way to go on breakfast, Dr. Rosa. The only thing that's missing is a mimosa. We have to work on that for next year. I think we'll be doing great. So good morning, everybody. I want to welcome you. And usually it's kind of interesting because usually I'm at the end of the program, but this year I'm at the beginning of the program. So I had this thought that maybe it's because NBC is #1. Okay? All right. And I want to welcome all my new colleagues, all the new faculty to Kendall campus that have joined this union. I'm so excited that you're here, and I want you to know that the union will be assigning you a mentor very soon. And the reason why this is important is because you need help to navigate all of the different things that go on at this college. Any question that you have, you ask your mentor. If your mentor doesn't know, then they will go to the department rep, which brings me to my next point. We have an outstanding rep system at the Kendall campus, and Clifford Young is responsible for that. And all of the other campuses at this college try to emulate our rep system, but we know at Kendall we do it best. And so, because we have such a great rep system, because we have new faculty, and I'm not quite sure that all of the new faculty know who you are, I'd like to ask my reps to stand up just for a quick minute for a round of applause. Please don't be shy about it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. They do this, that's excellent. They do this work for you for free. We have monthly rep meetings, we have lunch. And we talk about all the important issues that are going on here at Kendall campus. So this year's theme for my speech is unity and empowerment. Unity and empowerment. And because I'm a visual artist, I am very inspired by imagery. So I was looking on the internet while I was working in my studio all summer, and I was looking for different images. One images I came across was from this site called I Appreciate Teachers. Okay? And what it is it's an image of a math professor teaching, and it says you can't have students first if you put teachers last. Okay? And I thought about it very carefully, and I thought about the fact, that in Tallahassee, I think that this is their standard mode of operation, is putting us last. However, here at home, here at Kendall, the staff know that teachers shouldn't be last. The staff have the same mission as the faculty. They believe in the core mission of this college, and we can't do anything without you. You assist us in everything, from technology in and out of our classrooms, to helping us with student clubs, people like Myra Abello, okay? Registering and advising students, running orientations, and most of all, thank you for keeping my workspace clean and my classrooms clean. You all know that in order for this great faculty body to deliver the goods, we need your help, and you're always there and you're on target. So thank you, staff. The second image that I saw was we were looking through as the United Faculty of Miami-Dade College has a Facebook page. How cool is that? So everything we do goes up on that Facebook page. So I was looking at all the images over the years, and just recently, one of the things we do every academic year is we have a labor management meeting, okay? And these meetings are important because this is the arena that we get to tell the management things that are becoming hard-pressing issues, okay? Whether it's the Student Achievement Initiative and unforeseen things that happen with making our changes, or things that are just happening locally at campuses that we need to discuss in that forum so that they can be accomplished. Okay, so this year Cliff and I were thinking, we kind of want to highlight a faculty member here at the Kendall campus. This professor came forth with a professional, articulate list of some of the issues that happened in our new building R. After all, we need to be students first, and when building R first opened, faculty and staff were struggling a little bit to deliver our core mission. No one particular person's fault, it was just the circumstances. She stopped at nothing to bring forth all the issues with Building R at our labor management meeting in resolution to be able to meet the core mission of the college. And this year's Kendall campus hero is Vicky Legoo from the English department. Professor Legoo, please stand up for a round of applause. I am so proud campus president. We had Senator Ana Flores here. Things are rough, okay? But one thing that's so important is unity. So there was this image of sharks swimming away, and then an enormous shark made out of hundreds of little fish, and it said, "Stay calm and organize." Stay calm and organize, okay? Numbers of faculty versus one or few individuals in Tallahassee are here. We're here. You know, we can fight them, all right? And change is brought about through numbers, whether it's a peaceful protest by Gandhi, the civil rights movement of Martin Luther King, or the DOMA that's passed due to the organization and sheer numbers of people in the Human Rights Campaign. This is how real change happens. So when I ask you this academic year to stay calm and organize, it's on. It's time for all the non-members in this faculty to bury the hatchet and join this union. It's the only way that we can continue to deliver our affordable, quality education that no one can surpass. On behalf of Clifford Young and I, have a wonderful academic year.
I don't know if I can top that one either, but thank you, Jennifer. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Peter Davila. Peter is the president of our Support Staff Council. He works at the Administrative Services Office. He is also our ASTRA coordinator. And if you don't know what ASTRA is, ASTRA handles the course assignments and the payroll for faculty. So he's a really important guy. So please welcome Peter.
Good morning. I definitely cannot top that. On behalf of the Support Staff Council at Kendall Campus and the Support Staff Council's college-wide executive group, I would like to welcome you all to the new academic year. The members of the Support Staff Council are not limited to participating in college-related activities only. We are extremely proud of the accomplishments that we have achieved, such as representation in college-wide and campus committees, Habitat for Humanity and other charity endeavors, United Way, and at the Kendall campus, we created the Support Staff Council Luncheon and the Frank Devlin Memorial Award, just to name a few. The college-wide executive group and the individual campus councils are going to be working on several ideas for this academic year. So I would like to encourage support staff employees to come to our meetings and share your concerns and ideas and help us plan and participate in the different events that we want to prepare for the current academic year and for the future. I'm going to unveil today something that we worked this past year in the college-wide group, and it's our mission statement. The Support Staff Council's mission statement is to provide leadership by fostering a work environment that attracts and inspires excellence through continuous improvement and teamwork in support of the college's academic mission. The key to achieving this mission is a simple one: participation and communication. In the past few years, a lot has been shared about the college's 10 learning outcomes, and I would like for all of you to consider this. Every single day, support staff employees put all of those 10 learning outcomes into play in order to fulfill their duties. Isn't that one of the best examples for our students? Participation in Support Staff Council is on a voluntary basis. And I know that every now and then we feel that, we feel a bit down because we don't get as much of the acknowledgement as we would like to. So I want to remind you who we are. We are those employees in front and behind the scenes who help the other groups achieve excellence. So today, I'm asking all of you to please take a moment of your time and show your gratitude to all those support staff employees in your respective areas, and at the very least say thank you for all your support. Because, and I say this with humbleness, but a lot of pride, without the support staff employees, the administration, the faculty, and the college in general cannot achieve its main goal, which is to provide quality services and education to our students and the community. Thank you, and once again, welcome to the 2013-2015 academic year.
Last year, or over the past year, Shirley Ferguson retired. You probably all remember Shirley. And Shirley was the Association of Florida Colleges representative for the Kendall campus. This year, we have the good fortune that Karen Miller has assumed the responsibility of representing us before the Association of Florida Colleges. Karen is an adult education instructor in the School of Continuing Education and Professional Development. And she is here to share with you a little bit about the mission of AFC.
Good morning. On behalf of the Association of Florida Colleges, I would like to thank Miami-Dade College for the opportunity to make this brief presentation. The Association of Florida Colleges is the professional association of Florida's 28 public member institutions of the Florida college system. The mission of the association is to actively promote, represent, and support members and institutions as they provide their students and the citizens of Florida with a world-class college system. AFC offers its members opportunities to participate in professional development, education, and leadership, advocate for policies, budgets, and programs, a chance to communicate public policy and legislative issues, and engage in cooperative research related to those issues. We also showcase and reward exemplary programs, practices, activities, and individuals. AFC provides opportunities to enhance, encourage, and facilitate communication, cooperation, professionalism, and camaraderie. AFC also works to promote membership development and services that ensure an active and vital association. And it provides opportunities to engage in services that benefit the external community. Each year at this time, Miami-Dade College kicks off an AFC membership drive. If you are interested in becoming a member and making a difference, please see me. My contact information is on the poster at the AFC table. Thank you.
And finally, it's my pleasure to introduce to you one of our students. Camila Guzman was elected by her peers to represent the student body at the Kendall campus. She is our new president of the Student Government Association. Camila is a psychology major and she aspires to study law. And over the last few months, I've gotten a chance to talk to her a little bit about her ideas and what she would like to see at the campus. And I can tell you that the student body could not have chosen a better student to represent them. Camila is here today with her grandparents, and we welcome her to say a few words to you.
Good morning. I'm proud to be speaking in front of the faculty and staff of Miami-Dade College, Kendall campus, as the 2013-2014 Student Government President. I want to thank you for all your support and your work, which make this school the wonderful institution that it is. When I came to this country, I came with one goal, my education. Miami-Dade College gave me the opportunity to achieve my goal. As I was here, I felt the necessity to be involved and give back to the school and the community that was changing my life. I was looking for a way to help when I found SDA, the organization that became my family. In this academic year, I will focus on defending and educating people about the DREAM Act. Continue efforts in making the Kendall campus more sustainable by developing a recycling committee and motivating more students to become involved in our schools and our neighboring communities. In addition, I would like to work with faculty, staff, and students to further develop a school spirit and support our athletic team. With the support and guidance from the MDC Kendall family, I look forward to developing as a student leader and becoming a confident contributor to my community. Have a great academic year. Thank you.
All right, at this time, I want to turn your attention to our favorite part of the program, the 2012-2013 year in review. This is the video that Media Services prepares every year for us. You may notice that this year's video is a bit different than those in the past. And during the course of the past year, we had some transitions in the Media Services team, but we have been very fortunate to hire several very talented individuals to complement our existing team. So over the past several months, they have been working on ways to brand the campus and develop new marketing materials to promote our programs and our activities. In preparation for today's ceremony, the team pitched their concept to me, and I must admit, it took a little convincing. But something they said really resonated with me, and I couldn't help but trust their judgment. I think it was David, who you'll meet in a little bit, who said, "Our campus has beautiful architecture, great green spaces, and most of all, beautiful people. We need to use them in our promotional materials and highlight what is best about the Kendall campus." So how can you argue with that? Let's watch and see what happens. I'm so glad that we have these years in review, this tradition of preparing a video to commemorate all of the special things that we do. And we never do justice to what really happens at this campus. If you're new to the college, if you're new to the Kendall campus, this is just the tip of the iceberg. It's really hard to capture everything that you do. But last year, we looked at the theme of looking at the past and building for the future, and sure enough, last year was all about building. There's much to be proud of, and we are starting a new year in a very solid foundation. And we are poised to bring to the new year. I always write my speeches at the last minute. I change them and change them and change them, and I don't get enough time to practice. The speech professors are probably cringing right now, and I have to apologize to you. Never been a public speaker. It's always been the one thing I dread most in life. So if you bear with me, I focus on what I want to say, and then I never have time to practice. I am a very bad student. I'm so sorry. So let me start off. There is much to be proud of, and we are starting the year on a very solid foundation. And we are poised to begin a new year that will be all about collaboration and innovation. In January, we opened Building R, on schedule and in time for the spring semester. The Academic Support Center, or the new building as we affectionately call it, is a 5-story, state-of-the-art facility that has set a new benchmark for academic spaces at the college. When it opened, it was the first new building on campus in 15 years. The 136,000 square feet facility added to the campus 23 new classrooms, offices for the School of Business faculty and staff, and a learning resource center for all of our business students. There's also a conference center and several meeting rooms. And of course, it added much needed space for our student services operations, including 4 new rooms to the testing center. There are 80 places, thank you, come on guys, you're welcome. There are also 80 places for students to work and socialize under the 5-story atrium. A new queuing system allows them to move about the building while they are waiting to be served. The design incorporates numerous energy-saving devices, making it cost-effective, flexible, and a high-performing learning environment. The building has already been recognized for its unique design. Just 2 weeks ago, the Florida Association of the American Institute of Architects presented the architects from Perkins & Will with a 2013 Honor Award of Excellence for New Work. More than 200 projects were submitted for consideration, but only 2 were selected to receive this premier award. This was by no means an easy project to complete. There were challenges along the way, which is to be expected from a project of this size and scope. One by one, the issues are being resolved successfully. For a number of reasons, many reasons, we were not able to celebrate the opening of the building the way we should have. So I want to take a moment today to thank the many people who contributed to the success of readying the Academic Support Center for use. The heavy lifting was done by the employees of Campus Services and Network Services. These individuals worked over most of the winter break and gave up time with their families during the holiday season to make sure that everyone had a place to work when we opened in January. In particular, we need to thank Gwen Broussard, Toribio Tijerino, Floyd Pittman, and Brian Stokes. And I know I am forgetting dozens of people who were involved, both from the campus and from our district, to make sure that this project was finished on time and successfully. We also need to thank Public Safety for securing the building around the clock during those first few days and weeks. Sometimes the locks didn't work, but they made sure that the building was safe. I also need to thank our colleagues from district facilities, in particular Andy Leon, Ayman Elbaz, Gary Gosnell, Rick Brayman, and Pat Rabeau. I know there were competing priorities during those critical last month of the project, yet you maintained your commitment to the campus. Thank you. And of course, I need to thank the new building tenants who managed to get through final exams and peak registration period while packing and unpacking countless boxes. My heartfelt thanks to the employees from the School of Business and from the Division of Student Affairs. Just that project alone would have provided enough excitement for 1 year. But while the Academic Support Center was going up, we were also preparing for a major renovation of Building 3000. This is the space that's vacated by Student Services that will be transformed into the campus's new STEM Center. The renovation will add to the campus 14 new science labs and will be outfitted with the latest technology as well as several recitation rooms and spaces for students and faculty collaboration. We will regain the use of 20 existing classrooms on the 3rd floor and will see the return of the Rock Museum. We were able to complete a number of other renovation projects around the campus thanks to careful budgeting of our very limited resources. Among the projects completed are the build-out of the new location for the Honors College, the Earth Ethics Institute, and the Institute for Civic Engagement and Democracy in a more prominent and accessible location in Building 8000. Custodial services and events and rentals relocated to Building 7000, which allowed us to consolidate the staff of the School of Continuing Education in Building 5000. This consolidation will improve the efficiency of CE operation and provide them with some space to grow. We also renovated office space for faculty in Building 6000 and expanded the ESL and foreign language labs. Finally, we built 4 new computer classrooms in Building 9000 to support the student achievement initiatives. All of that happened in 1 year. I need to thank the faculty and staff that were affected by all of these moves for your patience, your grace, and optimism through this unsettled period. All in all, 200 of our colleagues were relocated, and I do dare say, by now, almost everyone has settled in. There are several additional projects scheduled for the coming year. Fred Shaw Plaza is getting a facelift before the jazz concert. There will be a major renovation of the campus bookstore. I learned from our new bookstore manager a couple of days ago. And Building 3000 will open in time for classes in the spring term. Yes, there will be more packing and moving in the next months ahead, and we can expect some additional unavoidable disruptions. But once again, I ask for your patience during this period of growth. We also spent a lot of time building a new foundation for student success. Yesterday at the college-wide convocation, we heard about the college's priority for the new year. Taking the Student Achievement Initiative to scale, preparing for a 10-year SACS reaffirmation visit, and selecting a new ERP to improve our systems, and finally say goodbye to Odyssey. Recent legislative mandates are forcing colleges statewide to rethink how we deliver developmental education and make changes that are impacting our students and our faculty. Miami-Dade College was prepared for those mandates because of the work you have done throughout the Student Achievement Initiatives over the past 2 years. Yesterday, during the Academic and Student Services Conference Day, I had a chance to sit in several of the sessions. I was encouraged by the resolve, enthusiasm, and the degree of collaboration among our colleagues. And I'm optimistic that we will succeed at meeting the challenges before us. As you will see in a few minutes, last year we also spent a lot of time hiring new employees. And you were all part of this process. Whether you were involved in getting positions approved and posted in HR, or you served on a screening committee, or you prepared the RPA on time and helped us set up a new office, or were part of delivering the onboarding program. Almost everyone had a part in hiring our new colleagues. I am pleased to say that we have been able to recover a few of the positions we lost during the hiring freeze. And overall, today we are welcoming 70 employees who are new to the campus or have assumed new roles. Cheer, that's big. These individuals are providing new expertise, new perspectives, and new ideas, looking at our campus with fresh eyes and challenging how we do things. I hope you will embrace the new and different ideas they bring and look at them to help as we innovate and grow. So now let's meet them and let's see a little bit more of the work, the new work of media services. So after almost 3 years, I was able to get a line with the help of HR to hire a full-time assistant to the campus president. And here she is. Isn't that an awesome photo? Isn't that an awesome assistant? Diane comes from FIU. Most recently, she was in the Alumni Development Office, which is one of the goals that we have for the campus, is to bring back our alumni to help us do some things around the campus and support our activities and events. Diane has expertise in that area. She has a bachelor's degree in business and a master's degree in higher education. She is incredibly organized, talented, driven. She doesn't let me forget one thing. So I'm very, very fortunate to have Diane.
So let me just start off by saying my career background is in mathematics, so definitely my forte is not public speaking. So, good morning and welcome back, faculty and staff of academic affairs, and my colleagues at the campus. I am very happy to be here once again with you as your academic dean. I am pleased of the contributions of the area of academic affairs, and I am really excited of the work that lies ahead of us. This year has been very productive, and Dr. Orosa has mentioned a few, but just to reiterate, just some that were huge, not that the others weren't. I want to mention the hiring of the 18 full-time faculty at Kendall. Which you will soon see Tanya Rios, Associate Dean of the School of Business, and I will be introducing them to you. I also want to mention a name change of the Department of ESL and Foreign Languages to the Department of World Languages. I cannot skip the extensive work performed by the disciplines of mathematics and college prep in response to the recent legislative changes related to developmental education and our strong partnership with student services in making the implementation of the SAI modalities a success. Thank you, student services. I am also happy to announce several grants that we were able to secure from different areas of the academic affairs division, benefiting students in the Departments of English and Communication, Department of Business, Department of World Languages, and the adult education programs. I want to take this opportunity to thank the faculty. So this is my third time doing this, and I really dislike when they ask me to stand up. I really do, but please, I want to see you. I want you to allow us to show our appreciation. So faculty, please stand. And now, please join me in welcoming the new employees in new roles, faculty promotions, and our endowed teaching chair and professor emeritus recipients. Mona Salvas, associate instructor of the Department of Learning Resources. I'm perfect in the classroom, by the way. Joaquin Martinez, associate. Ingrid Novikova, instructional assistant. James Ochoa, student assistant, world languages. Ray Kwan Lee, secretary of Ariel Setzer, instructional assistant. She's from Learning Resources. Our new faculty. So here you're going to meet our new faculty at Kendall campus. So Christopher Arca, instructor of arts and philosophy. Dr. Timothy Brandt, assistant professor Professor of Music, Theater, and Dance. Dr. Ed Kaye, Associate Professor, Senior, School of Entertainment and Design Technology. Dr. Dion Dixon, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, Physics, and Earth Sciences. Professor Eric Hernandez, Instructor of Mathematics. Dr. Abner Ita, Assistant Professor of Biology, Morales, Instructor of Arts and Philosophy. Dr. Lee Sheaf, Assistant Professor of the School of Justice. Dr. Suma Suchak, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, Physics, and Earth Sciences. Dr. Claudia Wald, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, Physics, and Earth Sciences. Dr. Leo Waltz, Assistant Professor of Music, Theater, and Dance. And now our faculty promotions and recognitions. Awarded continuing contract and promotion to Assistant Professor are Dr. Melissa Buhler, Social Sciences, Professor Lawrence Mayu from the Chemistry, Physics, and Earth Sciences Department, and Professor Kristen Rosen Gonzalez from English and Communication. Promoted to Associate Professor are Dr. David Heredia from the Department of Public Health, Professor Marie Louise Nepper from English and Communication, Professor Maria Montes de Oca from the Department of Mathematics, Professor Monica Plata from College Prep, Professor Gohar Sarkissian from the Department of Mathematics, and Professor Stuart Williams from the Social Sciences Department. Promoted to Associate Professor Senior are Dr. Roberto Cabeza from the Department of Mathematics, Dr. Maria Pendon from the Department of Biology, Health, and Wellness. From the Department of Mathematics, we have Professor Nelson de la Rosa, Professor Marcia Lopez Di Mello from the School of Architecture and Interior Design, Dr. Susan Milan from the Social Sciences Department, Dr. Jose Horta from the Chemistry, Professor Rosa Polanco Paula from the Department of Health and Wellness, and Professor Mildred Roqueta from the Social Sciences Department. Professor are Dr. Mark Nunder from the Arts and Philosophy Department, Dr. Alfonso Pino from the Biology Department, Dr. Alicia Cerfati de Marcos from the Department of Mathematics, and Dr. Denton Tulloch from the Department of Arts. We were very honored to have two professors receive endowed teaching chairs at the Kendall campus this year. We have Professor Alina Coronel from the Department of Mathematics and Professor Stephen Quinton from the Department of School of Entertainment and Design Technologies. And now, I have a very special presentation today. So before I continue, I would like to ask Dr. Rosa to please join me. We have the honor today of recognizing Dr. Eileen Johann, who was recently awarded with the title of Professor Emerita of Chemistry. Dr. Eileen Johann received her PhD in Bioinorganic Chemistry from the University of Miami in 1977. She served the college students and community for almost 35 years by teaching every offered course in the department, 17 of them. being the lead honors chemistry faculty for 10 years, taking a lead in developing the curriculum for the general education chemistry lecture and laboratory series and the physical science fundamentals course, earning sky-high student feedback numbers over the years and serving on many committees over the years, some of which were the Committee of Undergraduate Science Education, the Chemistry Discipline Committee, the College-wide Endowed Chair Selection Committee 6 times, the Promotions Committee, the Continuing Contract Committee, numerous screening committees for faculty and chairs, and sat in a number of committees related to STEM grants. She was active in many professional organizations, and she organized and led many study abroad trips to Europe for students. She is also the recipient of 4 endowed teaching chairs and has several publications in her field. And now it is an honor to present to you a gift as a token of our appreciation for your dedication to Miami-Dade College. So once again, welcome back. Even though I've seen so many of you on campus all the time, I'm still waiting for that summer that I can relax a little. And I wish you a very successful year. And now, Tanya Rios will continue with the presentation for the School of Business.
Good morning, everyone. So, Tanya Rios, I'm the Associate Dean for the School of Business, and we were so blessed to be able to hire quite a few faculty, and we do have some new chairpersons also. Before I get into the presentation, I want to let you know that the School of Business is one of those schools that reports to the Kendall campus. The school has departments on 7 of the 8 campuses. We have a chairperson on each one of those campuses with faculty and their own staff. So you will see as I present people that they're located across the college. So it makes sense, but they all know that they work for us here at Kendall. So we don't let them forget. So before I get into that, though, I just want to say a couple things. This has been a really exciting, last year for the School of Business. We served over 10,000 students in our lower division and our upper division programs. We're a really big school. We're always in competition with NTech saying who's bigger. We're bigger now. We're the biggest school. So, School of Business should be very proud that we're growing and doing really well. And in addition, we've had a couple of really great accomplishments this last year. We have submitted to the state a proposal for a baccalaureate in supply chain management. We may have heard Dr. Padron talking about that yesterday. So that's going to be our second baccalaureate degree, and I will tell you that this is a really new degree to academia, and industry is. I cannot tell you the amount of support that we're getting from industry. We're hoping to launch it next fall, so you're going to hear a lot about it this coming year. And we appreciate all your support. And have you been seeing those ads on TV? Hot jobs, cool programs. Well, that's going to be another hot one. That's going to be coming up. So, and then we have been actually working on a lot of different initiatives in the small business realm. So we have been working on grants, and we have been working on projects and different initiatives. We are going to be supporting, we're very proud to support the small businesses and entrepreneurs in our community. We know that they're so important to us, and that you'll be hearing announcements coming out this coming year with everything that we have planned. Very exciting. We've also been working with continuing education on some of these initiatives, so that's been a great partnership. So we've had a great year. We've had a great year. So at this time, I am very proud to introduce to you our new employees. And the first one is our baccalaureate grew so much that we were able to hire Lynn Arguelles, and she is she's going to be the manager of all of our baccalaureate programs. We hope to have 1, 2, and 3 and continue growing. So welcome, Lynn. At the Hialeah campus, he has a dual responsibility with business and tech, we have Juraj Babic. And at the Inter-American campus as well with dual responsibilities for business and tech at the Inter-American campus, we have Cynthia Conte. At the North Campus, we have a new secretary, and her name is Joanne Radcliffe. New business resource manager at our campus, Michael Roth. Another new chairperson located at the Homestead campus with dual responsibility again, business and tech, and that is Sarah Tusky. We have a full-time project coordinator for one of our important grants that's located at the North Campus, Carlos Villanueva. And now our new faculty. Dr. Ranuma Assam. And she is going to be located on this campus, so we all need to welcome her. We also have Ricky Caraballo. He is at the North Campus. David Mann, we were very happy to welcome him back, and he's at the Inter-American campus. Dr. Daniel Murgo at the Homestead campus. Dr. Rolando Ochoa at the Wolfson campus. Nayri Smith, North Campus. Dr. Sandra Torres, also at the North/Hialeah campus. She's teaching at both places. And Enrique Valdez is our first full-time faculty at the West campus. Now I'd like to announce our faculty promotions and recognitions. Awarded continuing contracts for promotion to assistant professor, we have Ruth Barrow and Elisa Fernandez. And promoted to associate professor is Christine Balmori. Thank you very much.
And now, next to present, I don't have my program. The Director of the School of Continuing Education and Professional Studies Development, Mr. Charles McGinnis.
We'll take studies, development, we do it all in CE, not a problem. Well, good morning. I'm honored to have the opportunity to talk about a few of my new staff and staff that have moved around, and just give you a brief little summary of the year we've had in the School of Continuing Education and Professional Development in 12-13. Recently, the school, the year we had was kind of opposite of what you typically see trending with the college. When the economy is in a downturn, continuing education usually sees a slide, and when the economy ticks up, we tick up, which is a little bit opposite of what you see on the credit side. So we've had a good year this past year. We've undertaken a new direction in branding and our marketing efforts for the School of Continuing Education and Professional Development to encompass a more college-wide, because we are one of the two schools that are literally college-wide, and I like to give Tanya a hard time. She brags about her students, and we have about 70,000 plus in our school, but you know. A couple of things I'd like to note. Through the hard work and efforts of our adult education staff, we have been able to secure 4 of our campuses as testing sites for the state of Florida for the GED testing, and that's been a long time coming. 2 more of the 8 campuses are underway to become testing sites, and with plans to have all 8 on board, hopefully by the end of this calendar year, so good job. Also recently in adult education, we received a little over $2 million in grants just awarded for our supporting our funding our efforts college-wide for adult education. That's about a 17% increase over prior year awards, so good job again. We've recently provided another successful set of our PERT boot camps. This is in support of the Student Achievement Initiatives, which is another important collaboration that we do through the School of Continuing Education with our credit side efforts in order to help support the overall arcing mission of the college as a whole. The last thing I want to talk about is the hard work and dedication of the School of Continuing Education and Professional Development staff have made all of this possible to the point that for the first time in a number of years, we finished our year in the black money. Enough of that, let's get to my folks. Ms. Carolina Bello, who is the testing coordinator for our child care training program. Ms. Jill Lavaniegos Diaz, a very important person to me, secretary to the school director. Ms. Yadaris Mira, who is the chairperson here at the Kendall campus. And last but certainly not least, Ms. Marta Pinheiro, the office manager for our child care training department.
Thank you, Charles R. McGinnis. Here to present the new employees and promotions for student services, or new roles, is our Dean of Students, Dr. Owls.
Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year. For those of you returning back, welcome back to everybody who's here. As I reflected, and I want to thank Dr. Rose, I think she spoke a lot about building our, but as I reflected back on last year, it's a sentiment that I shared with a lot of people. It felt like 2 academic years. We started off the fall on Building 3, and then come in January, we started off in Building R. And it felt like a brand new home. So I want to take a moment to thank all of the members of the facilities team and administrative services for helping us get settled into our new home. It wasn't uncommon for a while to say, does anybody have a pen? No, it's in a box. It's in a box somewhere. And I would like to thank the members of CNS for getting our computers up and running pretty quickly.